Hey friends, happy Tuesday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. It is definitely going to be a hot one. Summer is upon us, and if you live in the state of Missouri, you know what that means. It means heat and humidity. It means stepping out the door and just starting to sweat, even if you don't do anything. But speaking of sweating, guys, I wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I was thinking about. When I train runners, the biggest tip I give them, especially this time of the year, is to address your nutritional needs before they address you. And what I mean by that is you have to be purposeful about making sure that you put in your body what's going to come out of your body. And this time of the year with all this sweat, especially if you're doing long distances or the heat and humidity rises, you have to make sure that you're taking in the proper amount of electrolytes, because when we sweat out the electrolytes, specifically salt. Salt is extremely important this time of year because salt directs the fluids where to go in and out of the cells. And without enough salt, you can quickly become dehydrated, and that leads to a lot of bad things: headache, nausea, dizziness. I mean, there's so many things, and it can even lead to death, chronic dehydration, which is why it's so important that we have to be purposeful about our salt intake. But that made me think about this morning in Matthew 5:13 that Jesus told the disciples, "You are the salt of the earth." You know, if we look around at our world, it is obvious that this world is in a state of spiritual dehydration. We have growing numbers of apostasy. We've got false doctrines in churches. We've got not just the oppressive heat, we've got an oppressive economy. I mean, there's just so many things in our world that can bring a person down. And this world is in need of Jesus. And we are the salt of the earth, which means we are supposed to have an effect on this world, like we bring the living water to them. But since we are salt, what salt does is it flavors things, and salt preserves things. And quite interestingly enough, another thing salt does, God made the human body so neat, is that when we take in the right amount of salt, it continues to keep us thirsty, so we continue hydrating. So it's just a wonderful thing. So guys, today my challenge to you is to look for ways to be the salt of the earth. Look for ways to flavor the message of the gospel. Look for ways to help someone who might be in need. Just look for ways to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And let me remind you of something. We have to be purposeful about keeping our salt as well, because the chapter goes on after 5:13, and it says that, you know, if we lose our saltiness, how can a person get it back again? It's good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled on. So let us keep our saltiness, guys, and let us spread that saltiness. I really, really hope that blesses you. I'm going to finish up my run. It's going to be a great day.